morning, everybody, as we get underway now with our final quali session, as you've just pointed out, for 15 minutes. And this is going to determine the order for everybody between positions number 11 and 24. Whoops, that's awkward. Very awkward. Ryan Wood and Nick Percat turn 4 at shopping trolley speed. So we've talked several times about just how challenging it is to see out of the cars. Now, is there any residual damage as a result of that, or was it just a harmless little moment? Nick Percat will be just assessing the feeling in the palms of his hands there at the moment, and I'll need to have a look here if there is any issue and bring it back in. So Matty Payne back in. Nice lunge yesterday to try and get onto the podium in the end. Didn't quite get there. Remember how strong he was here last year, though. We're now witnessing the lap, or laps as it may be, across the field. They've all done an out lap and a warm-up lap. Now they're cracking. We're focusing on Waters up at turn 4. Keeping an eye on the numbers. Will Brown's done a personal best in the mid-sector. Murray, Jones, Allen forward, all copping a curve on the turn 2 on this lap as they try to exploit and, in fact, exceed those limits. Now, Brock Feeney's gone faster in Sector 1 than anybody in the field in this session so far. We're approaching the 60-second mark. Cooper Murray's also just got a curb strike. On board here for turn 8, Waters. Nothing in it on exit. Brushed it right up against the painted concrete wall. Personal best mid-sector for Waters. He's threatening here as well. The cumulative number for Brock Feeney could further improve the 19.6 that he's sitting on at the top of the field at the moment. Anton Di Pasquale is right on the edge of the top 10, and just outside at the moment is Payne and Reynolds, and David in recovery from a tough start to the weekend. And we've got trouble for Jackson Evans, and he's been bitten at turn 8. Red flag again in qualifying in Adelaide, and a disaster for the Kiwi and Brad Jones Racing with a hugely damaged car.
Now, what will happen, because I don't know whether any of the lead competitors got across the line to do their time. Mostert was on a great lap. Waters was on a great lap. Matt Payne was on a great lap. Brad Jones there looking on. And that's a very, very big incident there for Jackson Evans. Huge accident.
So Brock Feeney has ended up being quickest. We didn't get to the completion of those laps. It had a lot of energy in it, everybody pushing to the max. Good to see Jackson moving around in the car, but that has winded him. You only got to look at the damage on this car to understand the energy and inertia that's gone through it. But all attention focused here on this man, who's just been re-signed for 2025. He got the curve. It's the same deal as we saw earlier in the weekend. And then it's shunted across to the right. So it's almost a carbon copy of what we saw earlier in the weekend.
Yeah, it's very similar to the Stanaway one, wasn't it? Stanaway did exactly that. All the wheels come off the ground, and then it glided. It actually stayed in contact with the left-hand fence for longer than any of those other cars. What's this? So as he goes in, bang, have a look. All 4 wheels off the ground, huge forces. That'd be 55G or something at that point. And then the car stays in contact with the left-hand wall. It runs along the Battery World sign the whole way along as it gets towards the VAILO, and then there's a relief in the fence there that just then pops it out. It hits the left-hand front and careers it across the road into the right-hand fence, which is where Cam Hill ended up the other day. Similar style scenario.
And that was Petter's Super Shock damper just separated from the car across the road. Left front wheels parted company. That's massive damage on that car that's going nowhere, and you can see the look on Brad Jones' face there a moment ago. He understands the financial implications of that. But eyes are on Jackson Evans at the moment to make sure that he's safely out of the car. The medical team are down there at the moment. It's going to take a little while to tidy this up, and unfortunately very similar scenario to what we've seen earlier in the weekend with the turn in at turn 8, getting up on the ramp, clouding that inside wall, and the dismay in the garage at Brad Jones Racing evident there.